White Oleander. I ended up finding it in a thrift store when I went thrifting, and I got it for $1. I started reading it last night in bed, and I've read a bit of the first chapter so far, and it's really good. So I'm really excited because I can tell the writing in it is very good. I'm just at Starbucks right now. They have a new banana pie matcha. I'm gonna go try it. So I have about 20 minutes to read and sip on my matcha before I have to head to work. It's 2 in the book, and it's also 2 in my time. So I've reached chapter 10. So in terms of the narrative, I didn't know anything about this book before I started reading it. I just decided that it would be a good book before I started reading it, and it is proving to be a very good book. This book follows a girl named Astrid. In the beginning of the book, she's 11 or 12. She has always lived with it, just her and her mom. They've moved around the world quite a lot. Her mom is a writer. She's a very eccentric woman as well. And within the first couple of chapters, she ends up getting imprisoned because she kills someone. And then Astrid goes into the foster care system at age 12. I've read up until chapter 10, and the point where I've reached in the book, Astrid is leaving her first foster home and entering into her second one. Over the course of the book, it's just basically the course of her teenage years in the foster care system, being in and out of different homes. So far, the writing of this book is very poetic, and if you like reading books that have a lot of depth to them and a lot of character development, this one's a very good book. It's also definitely like a summer book, I've noticed. I'm back with an update on White Oleander. It's actually been like a few weeks or maybe even a month since I started reading this, and I didn't lose interest in it. It was just taking me a while to get through certain parts of the book because the main character, Astrid, when she leaves her first foster home and goes into her second foster home, all of the characters in the family are just very dull, boring people. Characters are big for me when it comes to reading, and if the characters are really boring, I have a hard time maintaining interest. Nonetheless, it's still a really good book. I did get through that part. So Astrid went through a third foster home after leaving the second foster home. I don't want to give away anything. The third foster home was more interesting than the second foster home though, and now she's in her fourth foster home, and the fourth foster home is almost kind of like the first foster home in just that it's very chaotic. The characters are also very interesting because they're very chaotic people. I'm almost finished. I have so many tabs. Like I said, I do want to reread this. I feel like White Oleander would be a really good summer book. The book is set in LA. The heat is a really big part of the imagery, the landscape kind of. So yeah, that's where I am at in White Oleander, and I'm gonna read a little bit right now. I finally finished reading White Oleander. I would say that I would probably give it 5 stars. I know that I said before that there were parts of the book that I had a hard time getting through because they were kind of slow. My brain has just like rotted too much from the internet. So yeah, the book is really great. I highly recommend reading it, especially if you like literary fiction. Astrid goes through a total of 5 foster homes. The name of this book is a good depiction for Astrid's character. The white oleander flower can thrive in horrendous conditions. Also, I just found out that Astrid means divinely beautiful. One big theme in the book is physical beauty. Janet Fitch is an amazing writer. Her writing is very poetic, very character driven. The narrative is set out very clearly, so it's not too confusing or weird to read or anything like that, how some books can be. I really loved the last sentence in the book. I feel like that is such a good ending line. I don't really know what else to say. I feel like this is the kind of book that I could definitely reread. I would probably get more out of it the second time. I really hope that you can find a copy of this book somewhere and read it yourself because it's so good. I'll see you later.